organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Today, right where I'm standing, one potential presidential candidate for 2016 spoke here in Davenport to the Sky County Republicans. Find out more next.
And President Sally Mason made a surprising announcement today. We have the exclusive interview next.
And in sports,
we'll catch you up on Hawkeye track, gymnastics, and men's swimming as our whip-around crew is back in action.
And for all of the latest news,
you're watching Daily Iowan TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Horhan.
And I'm Abigail Meyer. University of Iowa President Sally Mason may be retiring this summer, but she still has plans up her sleeve when it comes to campus growth. Daily Iowan reporters Jordan Ryland and Michelle Nago sat down with President Mason earlier this morning and got the exclusive on a surprise announcement.
Mason told Daily Iowan that the university will be merging with the private institution AIB College of Business, located in Des Moines.
They have about 1,000 students on their campus, and so we're going to immediately put together an integration team.
Students will be able to complete their degrees through AIB or possibly as a new Hawkeye.
They're already admitting students for next fall's class. That class is expected to immediately convert to University of Iowa students.
Mason has coined the merger UIDM and that it's likely the first time in Iowa that a small private institution has merged with a large public university. Reporting in Iowa City, Michelle Nago, Daily Iowan TV.
Mason also said that the process will take at least a year to complete.
While we're still a year out from presidential elections in 2016, potential candidates are already gaining ground in Iowa. Greta Miley has the story.
2012 Republican candidate Rick Santorum started his sweep across the state today. He spoke with members of the Sky County Republicans about what he says presidential candidates need to focus on.
We have to be the party for everybody, particularly those struggling, and there's a lot out there struggling, and in a lot of states that can make a big difference in the presidential election.
This is what Santorum calls focusing on the little guy, and what he believes should be the center of the Republican Party vision. Some party members agree.
If you're going to win an election, you have to show how Republican policies benefit everybody, and they do benefit everybody.
These universal benefits he spoke of included modernizing the current education system, creating stronger national security, and stressing the importance of family structure. While Santorum declined to announce whether or not he would be running for president in 2016, he said he is touring Iowa this week to get a sense of what support he has.
We left a positive impression on the people in the state, and we worked it hard. We respected the people here, and we had a message. People always say you were the last guy standing, and I said, well, the reason I was the last guy standing is because I had something to stand on.
Santorum plans to keep gathering support in other early primary states such as New Hampshire and South Carolina in the future. Tomorrow, he will continue his journey through Iowa and Altoona. Greta Miley, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks, Greta. Emergency responders in Johnston, Iowa rushed to tend to Governor Branstad today. Branstad was visiting seed producer DuPont Pioneer when he collapsed. His office confirmed this was due to the flu. Branstad was reportedly conscious and alert in the ambulance. Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds will take over Branstad's duties as governor until his release. She told the crowd in Johnston both her and the governor had been fighting the flu lately. However, according to Branstad's office, he is now doing well in a Des Moines hospital.
While the weather in the Midwest is mild today, a blizzard hailing from Iowa is taking the northeast part of the country by storm. The National Weather Service describes Storm Juno as crippling and potentially a historic blizzard. That could bring up to 3 feet of snow, heavy winds, widespread power outages, and travel difficulties. In some areas, government officials are even banning citizens from driving cars in these conditions. And in New Jersey, Governor Chris Christie has declared a state of emergency. Now, for once, I'm kind of happy with our weather in Iowa compared to other parts of the country.
Yeah, definitely, but I can still say I'm not a huge fan of the snow. So let's toss it over to Beth. And Beth, what's it look like? Do we have snow in the forecast?
Thankfully, the snow has stopped. Tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s with a low chance of precipitation, unlike the snow we've experienced the past few days. On into the afternoon, temperatures rise to the high 30s, hopefully melting away the snow and slush. Moving on into the evening, temperatures once again drop back down into the chillier low 30s. The snow and slush may freeze over, so be careful of ice when walking around campus. And for the rest of the week, temperatures thankfully stay right around the mid 30s with minimal chances of snow showers. On Thursday, we see temps in the high 30s, but there will be a strong wind with it reaching up to 20 miles per hour, so be sure to hang on to those hats. The week continues on in the mid 30s until Sunday and Monday, where we see temperatures in the frigid low 20s. And that's all I have for you guys in the weather studio. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that. We have some bittersweet news about the closing of Iowa City's downtown Whitey's ice cream shop. Cole Johnson has the scoop on what to expect next.
As many people know, there has been a drastic change to one of the shops downtown. The beloved ice cream shop Whitey's has closed its doors at the Iowa City location, and many are wondering what the cause was.
They were renovating the upstairs because that used to be apartments, and they wanted to make it office space, I guess. So, I mean, they wanted to renovate the downstairs as well, just so everything was, like, you know, newer and stuff. I think it was just really difficult to correlate what we wanted to do with the landlord.
Luckily, there is still one place to get that amazing ice cream. The Coral Ridge Mall location is still up and running, but not with as many staffers as desired.
We offered to them that they could come and work, and a lot of them did, but a lot of them did quit as well, just because of transportation purposes.
If you're worried about not being able to get all the way to Coralville, Whitey's is hoping to open up another store in the Iowa City area.
I would say yes, because we love being in Iowa City. I mean, it's not far away or too far away from the Quad Cities, so we can, you know, transfer ice cream out here.
Be sure to keep an eye out for their new location, hopefully coming very soon. Reporting from Iowa City, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
A civil case stemming from the potential bulldozing of historic Iowa City cottages is over. The case came about when the owner of a bookstore occupying one of the cottages sued the property owner for trying to get him to leave. The settlement will see the owner of the bookshop at 608 South Dubuque Street vacating the cottage by mid-March.
That's right, Megan. This has been a very debated issue for the past 2 weeks. But moving on into sports. Many Iowa athletic teams are now in the heart of their season.
That's right, and it makes for some very interesting matchups with ranked opponents. Let's toss it over to our sports studio where our sports staff is standing by. Guys?
Thanks, ladies. I'm Zach Mackey.
And I'm Taylor Mathis. A big-time game for the Iowa women's basketball team tonight as they take on the 15th ranked team in the country. But first,
Our Whip-Around crew is here to catch us up on everything black and gold.
take it away, ladies.
The Iowa track and field team competed in the Big Four duels this weekend against Iowa State, Northern Iowa, and Drake University. The men's team went undefeated while the women fell to Northern Iowa and took second place. Both teams swept the field in the 600-yard races and had top finishes in the 60-meter races as well. The teams finished the event with wins in the 1,600-meter races and spring back into action February 6th in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now I'll throw it over to Jordan, who has news for swimming.
Thanks, Nicole. I'm here at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, where last Saturday, the University of Iowa men's swimming and diving team took on Northwestern. In a Big Ten matchup, the Hawkeyes came away with a 171 to 129-point victory over the Wildcats. Ranked number 19, the team looks to continue their successful season this weekend in South Bend, Indiana, in the Shamrock Invitational. And now we'll go to Erin with an update on women's gymnastics.
Thanks, Jordan. Even though the Jimhawks couldn't leave Columbus this past Saturday with a win, the Iowa women's gymnastics team isn't counting their performance against the Buckeyes as a total loss. After placing 7 career bests, Coach Larissa Libby says that her team is a force to be reckoned with. Leading this force against the Buckeyes was senior Sydney Hare, who placed first in the all-around, and sophomore Angel Metcalf, who placed first in both the beams and the bars. We can expect more action out of these two and the rest of the Iowa women's gymnastics team as they host Maryland this Friday. That does it for your Monday Whip. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, ladies.
The number 18 Iowa women's basketball team looks to keep their undefeated home win streak alive tonight, as they are currently in the process of taking on the number 15th ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Taylor Bartz has more on how the team prepared for tonight's game, as well as the tough schedule they have ahead.
On Thursday, the Hawkeyes enter tonight's game in second place and a 4-game win streak at home. However, Coach Bluter says the team is aware that there are a lot of games left to be played and that Nebraska will be a huge test for them. But getting a chance to host them in Carver will make a huge difference.
I think they really use our crowd. I think our crowds have been great. They're noisy. They know when to cheer. They know when to give us energy, and I think our team feeds well off of them. But I think also our team they believes in defending the home court. They're very proud of Carver. They're very proud of Iowa, and it really means a lot to them to defend our home court.
The Hawkeyes will definitely have their work cut out for them, as the Cornhuskers have won the last 8 meetings between the two teams, including last year's Big Ten tournament title game.
They've been really good. Really, I mean, that's, I think, the main thing is that they're an excellent team with a very good coach, and they draw well on their home floor. I really think that's the biggest thing. They've outplayed us, and they're good.
Senior Samantha Logic says that rival games like this are important to the team, and they will come ready to get the W.
I mean, I think so. As a competitor, you want to have those games. Obviously, you don't want to be losing to a team that much, but I'm competitive for every single game, so I don't know how much extra it brings out in me, but we're going to be ready Monday night, and they're a great team, and we're just kind of have to be clicking on all cylinders.
Tonight's game is just the start of a long week for the Hawkeyes. After tonight's contest, the team will travel to Northwestern on Thursday night and to number 6 ranked Maryland on Sunday. Maryland is currently in first place at 8-0. According to Bluter, the main focus will be defense.
What we need is defense and rebounding and running the offense. And if shots happen, if baskets happen, beautiful, but that's really secondary to the other things.
The Hawkeyes are off to their best season start since the 1995-96 season and are hoping to continue this surge through the tail end. Taylor Bartz, Daily Iowan, TV Sports.
Check out the Daily Iowan Sports blog for all the highlights and recap from tonight's contest.
The Iowa men's tennis team opened up their season on Sunday with the dual meet sweeps at the Hawkeye Tennis and Recreation Complex.
The squad rolled right on past Western Michigan 6-1 and then propelled themselves over Western Illinois 7-0. The team will travel out east to take on Cornell University on Friday. That's it for tonight's program, but an exciting show tomorrow as we have a full recap from the women's basketball game tonight.
Abby and Megan, back to you.
Thanks, guys. The White House hosted an unexpected visitor earlier this morning. A government employee's recreational drone flying went wrong around 3 a.m. when the device crashed into the White House lawn. Secret Service determined early on that it most likely did not pose a threat, but decided to wait until daylight to remove it. Later in the day, the man behind the drone crash stepped forward to claim responsibility, calling it an accident. Flying a drone is considered illegal in Washington, D.C.
And to wrap things up tonight, emojis, the miniature characters that punctuate text to friends. Harmless, right?
Well, one New York teen found out that's not the case after posting some on his Facebook page. New York police arrested 17-year-old Osiris Aristi. The status revealed threat-like emojis, specifically a tiny police officer head with 3 miniature guns following it that were aimed at the officer.
Their concern was elevated by RSC's police record and other posts with guns and threatening captions.
Only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan. The university has announced its merge with Des Moines' AIB. Find out more details in tomorrow's paper.
And the UI student government is gearing up for the semester. Find out what they have planned tomorrow.
Well, that'll do it for us here at the Daily Iowan TV studio. Be sure to check us out tomorrow night for the latest news.
And remember, you can always check us out online at dailyiowan.com. Thanks for watching and have a great night.